Hello, I'm Catherine McKenna from the Anderson Cabot Center for Ocean Life at the New England Aquarium. On behalf of my co-authors, I'll be presenting on the right whale aggregation off Jeffreys Ledge this past winter, and this content can be shared on social media. The New England Aquarium began flying systematic surveys off the coast of Maine in 2022 as part of coordinated efforts to increase survey effort in the region. The southern part of these survey lines overlaps with Jeffreys Ledge, which runs along the coasts of Massachusetts, New Hampshire, and Maine. Jeffreys Ledge is both an important fishing ground and a historically important right whale habitat, especially in the late summer through early winter, although right whale sightings in this area and subsequently survey effort became more scarce starting around 2012. On January 12th, during a systematic survey off the coast of southern Maine, the aquarium's aerial survey team first documented an aggregation of over 50 unique right whales on Jeffreys Ledge. This aggregation spanned about 10 nautical miles along the western edge of Jeffreys, and given the aggregation's proximity to dense areas of fixed fishing gear, the New England Aquarium flew 3 additional surveys to document individuals and their movements. On January 13th and 16th, we spent about an hour with the aggregation during our transits to survey lines north of Jeffreys. The aggregation remained concentrated on the western edge of Jeffreys during these 2 surveys. On January 22nd, another systematic survey was flown, and the aggregation had shifted approximately 10 miles inshore and had become more spread out. During all surveys, whales exhibited signs of feeding at depth, such as going on 8 to 10 minute fluking dives and surfacing in similar spots. Some whales surfaced with mud on their head, indicating they were at or near the seafloor. Several surface active groups were documented as well. The Maine Department of Marine Resources conducted 3 vessel responses, and the Northeast Fisheries Science Center conducted an aerial survey of Jeffreys Ledge. On February 2nd, Maine DMR and NEFSC found only 1 right whale, which had previously been documented in the aggregation, therefore signifying the aggregation had moved on from Jeffreys by February 2nd. Across the 3 teams, there are 188 sightings of 268 whales, which includes individuals seen on multiple days. 96 unique individuals were documented in this aggregation, all of which were seen during aquarium surveys. These 96 individuals and aquarium aerial survey data are what I will focus on in the next slide. 60 individuals were seen on multiple surveys, and a Bayesian mark recapture model estimated a total abundance of 109 whales, with 95% credible intervals of 101 to 121 whales, over 1/4 of the entire population. This estimate refers to the total number of whales using the aggregation area across the duration of all surveys, not necessarily that they were all there every day. We chose the MT model, which allows capture probability to vary across days and fit the data the best. This model allows for differences in survey coverage relative to whale dispersion on different days. For example, how some surveys were targeted to the aggregation, while other surveys had more broad-scale coverage. The majority of individuals were males and adults, and included some notable whales such as Loki, an adult of unknown sex and age, first seen in 2005, with only 8 sightings since then, all of which have been off New England. We also investigated northeast habitats that Jeffreys Ledge whales were later sighted in using aerial survey data from the New England Aquarium, Center for Coastal Studies, and the Northeast Fisheries Science Center. 23 whales were only seen on Jeffreys Ledge and were not resighted in these northeast habitats. Despite its proximity to Cape Cod Bay, 57 whales from Jeffreys Ledge were later resighted in the bay, making up just 29% of all individuals seen in Cape Cod Bay this season. 41 whales were later resighted in southern New England, while 25 whales were seen in all 3 habitats. In conclusion, as right whales adapt to shifts in prey distribution, this aggregation is an important reminder that right whales may still utilize historically important habitats like Jeffreys Ledge, and that broad-scale surveillance is critically important for detecting aggregations and informing management, especially where no closures are in place and there is a high density of right whales. Thank you to all the fieldwork teams, research partners, and funders that made this work possible, and to the consortium.